get a little more done and you feel a lot better because we went through some shit on the edge of the still looks crappy, but we went through some shit and we actually found some stuff. And then oh my god, we had an explosive from about 6:30 to around 8. Amazing explosive finds. And I probably could have found more, but I don't know. My hand is freaking hurting. I don't know if it's the cold doing this or just I'm just getting old. These digits like so stiff. Like oh man, we gotta do more when we can because your body will start letting you down. Anyway, I was supposed to get a call from a recruiter today. Um, I was looking forward to seeing what kind of deal there was, but guess what? They never called me. And this is just ongoing now. This is a lesson that God or maybe other people that came into my corner and then have left. This is a lesson from them. Someone's racing. They're trying to break the super speeder law. It's a lesson that I have had to live for a couple of years. Last year was really heavy in it about how you can try your hardest to put yourself out there, try your hardest to ask. You can be persistent at asking all this, but the odds of you getting chosen is so small. It's so small. So because of that, because you don't get chosen, you'll be now bummed out. You'll be, oh, something's wrong with me. Oh, this person gets it. This person doesn't. Oh, I'm gonna be more and more behind. Whatever. It just makes you feel like shit all this time when you're not chosen. But it doesn't matter because all that you're choosing that you're choosing to put yourself in that spot to be chosen. You're choosing it. So choose yourself over anything else. That's what you have to do. And then you won't worry about when you're dealing with an idiot. You won't deal about it with a low ball person. You won't deal with an idiot who's just trying to sell you a load of lies. You won't have to worry about it because you chose yourself. God will provide you if you believe everything, and it'll come to you in time as long as you're patient with minimum effort. It will literally just fall in front of you what you need. So, now I have to drive the old car. Felix lives here, like 30 miles away. I used to talk to him like 20 years ago. But then again, I was a pretty antisocial person around 20 years ago, so I didn't really talk, and he didn't really talk. But he had a pretty cool car though, and it was very cool to see what he did to it. And I mean, it was improving by like the week. It was really cool, and by the month definitely, it was improving. Every time we went to the car meets or we saw him at the car show or something. But yeah, he actually moved here. I don't know why, but I guess New York is just such a shithole place now, and he lives like 30 miles south of here or something. So he apparently has a Caprice and a bunch of other stuff. He does engine swaps, like LS swaps, Hemi swaps, all stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't know what his deal is. As long as he's enjoying himself and they are happy and healthy. Glad to see they're still around though, because a lot of people aren't around anymore. So very happy that they are around. And I don't know. I might have to contact them if we ever figure out what was what was the if I ever figure out what's wrong with the radio, he can program it for me. Of course, I'll rather pay him than the car dealer. I know it's done cool. It's my most time consuming car repair. I don't know about everything. The AC was super time consuming, and then when I lost a pin for a brake booster, it was super time consuming. And a couple other things, a lot of things. Oil pan and on a 5.3 pickup truck took forever in here. It's everything. Luckily, nothing really broke. Probably the AC was the worst because I broke bolts and everything on this thing. And then we had the truck apart when when the freaking stud pulled out of the head, which I still should get the heads redone. I really should pull the cylinder heads on Whitey and get those heads redone, and maybe a slight port job or something on them, a port polish job. I don't know. I found these things all over. I got so many of these little mounts. I just throw them everywhere. So, yeah, I don't know. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about just this world that we live in, and you will not be chosen. You're going to reach out to people, places, and they're just going to screw you over and over and over again. You might have the credentials, you may have put the time in, you may have this and that, but it doesn't matter because they're still not going to choose you. But you can choose yourself, and that's where you're going to actually have success. So you won't be bummed out every day because you're doing something that you enjoy opposed to what they're telling you to enjoy. What else is over here? What else are we going to talk about? I don't know. You probably don't even have a license. So, let's get your own. They're probably like $30,000 now. What else was I going to say? I was going to say something else. Oh, what about the Epstein files? And Bill Gates is crazy, and everyone else. It's a whole bunch of laundry list of people. And George W. Bush eats babies and sacrifices like black dudes and stuff. And then they gang rape like younger boys. All this other stuff. All stuff that we've heard through the conspiracy. You have a class A. I got a class A now. I'm retiring. Well, they're just the recruiters. They just don't do it. But anyway, all this crazy shit now with the Epstein files and all the conspiracy theorists. Excuse me while I rub my hand. My hand's kind of broken. I'm not doing anything weird. Just that my hand is stiff, and this kind of helps. So, all the conspiracy theorists out there who've been saying all weird shit, and then the other people trying to disprove them. Oh, that's not true, and this and that, and this isn't true, and it totally is. Totally is. This is from Milo Garage. He died. He used to have a YouTube channel, Milo Garage. Unfortunately, he passed away. He told you when your hands are really numb to rub your bones, and I had no idea. And you go like this, and it actually helps. You get to every single bone in your hand, and you go like this and rub aggressively or lightly, or however you like it, and it loosens the stiffening in your hand, and it freaking works. And that guy died, and I watched one of his videos after he died, and this was one of his things, and it freaking works. I used to have to do it when it was more cold, and I was working with like water and stuff. Using my hands more. No, you can't drive it. That's why the car's a piece of junk anyway. They drive all over the road. They stop like shit. They're slow. And there's really nothing really fancy with those things. They're cool, I'll tell you what. When someone has an Impala SS or something, or a Caprice, or even a wagon, and they modify them just a little bit, they modify it. They put like a heads and cam engine in there, even with the stock LT1. You know, you put a little big cam, you put higher flowing heads on it, a torque converter, or if it's still an automatic, higher still torque converter. You put 373 gears or 410 gears in it. And you do your freaking exhaust and your intake and your bigger throttle body and all that kind of stuff. I will tell you, if you rode in one, you would be scared. Like it's freaking fast. It is a night and day difference between stock and then some mods in one of these cars. It is incredible. Like I mean, some of these things they probably would have like quarter mile, like close to like low 13s, maybe even 12 seconds. If you rode in that thing and how it freaking pulls, fucking nuts, man. It goes to like 100 miles an hour fast. It's crazy, and you wouldn't even think it for some piece of junk old car. It's out of this world. So I never did it to mine. I don't have money to do it, and plus it reliability concerns and everything. But I'll tell you, if you ever experienced it, it's really wild. And then the ones who have the LS engines now and everything else, it must be just crazy. It must be crazy. Yeah, you put a camshaft and you change the cylinder heads. It's not that tricky. and then you're guaranteed you're gonna go nuke the bottom end because the bottom end's cheaper on it, and you should really go through the whole engine and strengthen up the bottom end with better connecting rods, perhaps a better crankshaft, and make it a 4-bolt main. You don't really need a 4-bolt. Well, it helps with the twisting, so you're gonna need to get it drilled because they don't come that way. Yeah, it's pretty crazy how that is. I mean, it'll just put you right back in your seat. Like, what the fuck? You wouldn't even think it, man. Slight mods. There was this younger dude. He's probably about what my age is now. It was his age when I was like 20. So he had a 1995, I think, done up like that, lowered down a little bit. Had like stupid little smaller tires on it. It didn't look right, like 275 40s on it. Just didn't, I don't like the some of it was cool, and it just sat too low. I was never a fan of the some of the springs that they put on the Caprices. This made them way too low, so it was like annoying to sit into. It's like an old like Toyota Corolla, like pre 2003, and they're really small. They're really hard to sit in and get in and out of because they're so low. So they make the Impalas like that, and I just didn't really. That doesn't really appeal to me, a vehicle that low. But it definitely hugged the ground and whatever. But yeah, they moved. Moves fairly fast. That's ringing rips. Yeah, it's freaking crazy. Never in my life. And then they had the shifts too on the transmission tune a little bit, so the shift's higher. So you're probably shifting like almost like 6,000 versus like the stock range at around like 5. So it's pretty fucking nuts. Something, something to literally scare you almost. Literally almost scare you. Make it stop, make it stop. It's scary. Like something I just didn't want to deal with in the morning. Hey, you want to go take a ride in my car? I'll show you how it runs. Scary. Yeah, I'm sleeping soon. So, yeah, pretty bad. But one day we'll have something fun. You gotta do it all yourself though, because it costs too much. You can't live in a condo. I still want to put a LT1 cam. I got one from Carl. I thought the cam was bad on the truck, but what it wasn't. It probably is shitty now. Who the hell knows the way it's running? Probably got a freaking flat lobe or something. Or starting. No, I don't have a flat lobe. I checked every freaking lifter on that thing. They're like brand new. I couldn't have screwed up in that period of time. It's probably like a valve issue. Okay, so fuel pressure. I don't know. Or bad injectors. But I have an LT1 cam you can put in a 305 TBI, and that kind of makes it scream too a little bit. So, yeah, that would be a cool mod. And I got the chip even, you can put it in a wagon. It gains like, I don't know what it is, like 20 horsepower or something. It's from 170, 80, maybe like 190 horsepower you get instead of 170. It's a big difference. It's a big difference down 20 horsepower. It's still slow as shit, but better. Yeah. So, one day, make it 190 horsepower. It's terrible. 170 horsepower. I haven't put camshafts in the Chevy, but I put camshafts in other cars when we were doing engines and stuff. It's really easy. You just gotta make sure it's clocked right and not banging around. No wonder the dog's barking again. I did a timing chain on the, I almost had to shit apart in the truck in this shitty garage. That was years ago. The old one was really, really really sloppy. It made a big difference. 18 eggs, that's cool. I don't have any chickens. No, that costs too much. Actually, no, I have money for that now. I didn't have any money to go anywhere since 2024. I mean, if I had a $20 to $50 expense in one day, it would have bankrupted me. Now I'm okay now. It's awesome. And I keep going out more and more and more and finding more shit. so I'll be okay for longer. Because I have a fear that that could happen to me again. So now I have this crazy fear that I'm going to be poor. So I keep on going out every single day. I'm not jerking off or anything. I'm just doing this to my hand because it's numb. Any new viewers? So I'll be okay now. But I really don't really want to go anywhere, to be honest with you. I don't know. I did the timing chain myself. You're 9 years old? Alright, that's cool. Did your chickens lay eggs? Why is your 9-year-old up so late for? What's wrong with you? It's like 12 o'clock at night. You should be sleeping. If I did a 400-mile road trip on one of these cars anyway, guaranteed it would probably break in about the first 50 miles. Old Blue probably wouldn't, though. Old Blue just keeps on going. I don't know why. Just like there's so much shit wrong with it. It just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. It has like 8,000 more miles on it. When I had problems, and that's when I turned 200,000 miles, 8,000 miles ago. Now it's 208. I'll just keep on going though. The shit will run to 300 and 400 and 500,000 miles. It just goes. Just goes. It's messed up. You can't change it. What, in a Chevy or a different car? The Chevy, your timing chain is super easy to change. If it's some V6 shit now, it's garbage. Or some dual overhead cam. Those are pansy ass because you got to take the whole side of the little. Everything looks like a little Y. You know, like a Y. And you got to take all that shit off to get access to the chain. Sometimes you don't have to take it all off, just the bottom half and the top half, and then you got to fish the freaking chains out and put them in. It's annoying. Sometimes the gears come off and shit, and you put the gear on, you just drop it all out and put the piece back in. Chevy one's super simple. You can't figure out a Chevy timing chain. I don't know. It's very simple. I thought it was a big deal. It's totally not. Make sure it's lined up before you take it apart, and then line it up after you take it apart. Put it all back together. Shit runs. Loctite your bolts. Yeah, it's very simple for a small block. There's 3 bolts on the cam gear usually, unless it's LS engine. They might only have 1. The LS engine, you got to take the oil pump off too, because they put it on the front because they changed the design, which is smart. But an older Chevy, fairly simple. Water pump comes off, balancer comes off, timing cover comes off. You're probably gonna break the gasket for the oil pan. When you take the timing cover off, you got to loosen the oil pan. It's gonna break, so you might as well just take the whole oil pan off too, and put a new gasket on. Scrape the old timing cover gasket off, which is gonna be baked on. Your old water pump gaskets are gonna be baked on. But before you do all that, you need to put it on the timing balancer for number 1 and make sure that it's number 1 actually on the distributor as well. So you take your distributor cap off and make sure it's pointing at 1 and not 180 off. So you do that, and then you'd be real close with the timing dots for the 1-on-1. And then you buy one of those cool crank sockets too when the shit's all off, when you have the balancer off. You can buy a keyed socket. They sell them super cheap with a like a 1/2-inch drive in them, and you can use that to turn the crank a little bit if you have to when you don't have the when you have the balancer off and no bolt. I'm not doing it here. That's your problem. I do not do work for anyone anymore, and nor am I accepting any jobs. I have enough things to do in my life. I'm not getting involved in anyone's shit. The only thing I do, if anyone was here in the past, if they have a small project, like a part they can't get off or something like that, like they bring it to me, and then I get it off for them. That's the only thing I do. And then they ask for money and how much I want. I go, I want nothing. Because they go, why? I want nothing. Did we figure it out? And they say, yeah. All right, you happy? Yeah. I go, that's good enough for me. Now get out of here. You know, I want nothing for it. So that's how I roll with people. Except with the AC machine. The AC machine, just cover my refrigerant costs. That's about it. And I can probably do that for, like $20. $30, whatever refrigerant runs now. Probably like $30 now. So I'm not doing anything like that. Some people's piece of junk car and the water pump bolts will start breaking and the other things will go missing and whatever. You look like a child predator. Somebody just wrote a comment and yeah, that's a block comment. So no, I am not a child predator. Scope Jack, your comment will be reported for that. And I couldn't even live here if I was. Okay, so there we go. Yeah. Do it then, it's easy. Another thing about timing chains, though, too, if you want to do like a double roller and it didn't come with a double roller, you might have to grind the block for it to make it fit. So, I would recommend, too, if you want to do a better, like a single chain, get a roller teeth, roller chain. You could do that for a little more money. But a lot of those kits, too, they also on the crank gear, it has three different points that you can put, like 0 degrees or a little advanced. Just put it as a stock shit. So the crank gear on it will have 3 little notches on it. So you have to figure out what that is to keep it OEM. Because some of the, the gears, they can advance the cam a little bit for a slightly different performance profile. It's really easy though. I used to make a big deal about it as a kid, thinking it was the hardest shit. If you can't fix a Chevy, like, I don't know, it's just dumb. They're very simple. I've been screwing with these things since I'm like a child, and I used to overthink it when I was in the 20-year-old range and stuff. And then you just have to do it because no one else is going to do it. So they're not even like a Swiss watch either. You can take apart a Chevy and very sloppily put it together, and that shit will run for like a long period of time. You have to really mess something up on a GM small block. Or just like running out of oil or something. Really beat it up, get it hot. Okay, that's another weird one. That's not this channel. Perhaps you are mistaking this channel for another channel that you watch, maybe on OnlyFans or something like that. But that's not this. That's also nice that you did that, but that could be in another channel, not this one. Please know what? Put you in a timeout. I have the authority because someone told me I'm a predator, I guess. So I'm just gonna do that. No, there's a lot of people though here. There's actually a app you can put on your phone for that, and it shows how many people are predators in your area. And this area is crazy, or I don't know if it still is or was like 10 years ago. One of the tow truck guys had it that barely spoke English. You go, look, look. I go, what the hell are those little flags? He goes, predator. Predator. Guy spoke broken English. Gets clicking on him to get the weird people. Get the old guy with the weird face and shit. Like, I do it sometimes on purpose. Make a weird fucking face. Because it's fun. So, they're all over the goddamn place. So, unfortunately, though, you can probably get flagged like that even for pissing in the woods in this place. This place is just no good, this state. They'll label you for anything. They just want you to have no job in this place. No, I do not. That guy looks totally different. He's way fatter. That's the Subway guy. What was he even doing, that guy, anyway? What did he do? What did he do? I forget. I think he's still in jail or he got out of jail. The Subway guy. Wasn't it with like Asian people or something? I don't know. I don't know how he got nabbed. Something weird. Underage people, maybe? I don't know. No, I'm not in California. Who would go to California? You shouldn't just tell people that anyway, just because they look a certain way and assume that they are that. That's pretty ignorant. And it's just furthering messing people's brains up. I do not look like them. No. And you probably look like a turtle, okay? You look like a turtle and you're probably slow like one. So, haha to you. Go back in your turtle pond and go poop. Like a little turtle poop coming out of your back. No. You look red. You're overheating. Check your coolant level. My neck? My neck's all... I got this shit all angled down anyway. These Samsung phones make you look like your face looks really fucking weird on these Samsung phones. Whatever. When you're facing up. There are kids coming in here. What? What are you people all weird for? What the hell's the matter with you? We weren't talking about that. We're talking about timing chains. And then I was originally talking about being chosen and how no one will choose you and you have to choose yourself. Because if you reach out in this world, you're just going to be slapped down. There probably are children. Well, good luck in this world because our world is ran by Epstein, or was, and Bill Gates and the Bill Clintons. And they were all taking little kids like them and bringing them to the island and doing bad things with them, which is this crazy, incredible, crazy shit which went on. And all the conspiracy theorists that said that they weren't doing anything with kids, they certainly are, or were, the way it seems. So, yeah. Crazy. Yeah, it's like a game lobby. It's the same thing. They'll start yabbering on voice chat or some shit, and barking dog in the background and everything else. Nothing you can do about it. So, I still never cleaned the rust off these. We'll get to it though. Hopefully tomorrow. Oh, I found another garage door opener, which is really cool. I can go part it out. And the board is good on it, so they're worth money because the unit snapped. And then I have one that didn't snap, so I can go part that one out and sell that one as well. I should have like around $300 of garage door parts soon. So I'll be rich and other people will not. What about all the Americans who are broke now and are totally cash strapped and their debt is stressing them out? What about that? That's why I collect junk for. People wonder why I'm a trash man, for collecting trash and then profiting from trash every time I go out, because it's pointless. If you go out somewhere to the store and you go shopping, I'll answer that question in a minute. You go out and you go shopping and you're spending money, you should also be taking a percentage back when you do that run in your car, searching for shit that you can sell, scrap, or you can use at the same time, or else you're going to be way behind. So you have to go be a thrifter and a scavenger as well as a consumer. I have over 95 gallons, I believe, right now, total of fuel storage if I had to fill it all. So, of course, they're all empty because that shelf would fall down and be a huge fire hazard. But if, like, you have a power outage or a storm or something, if I had to fill it, I can fill up about 95 gallons, which is quite nice. No one really has it. It does get a little crazy to like have that many gas cans. I just put them around the pool, and if it ever leaks, the pool shot. So, or if they ever go on fire, just knock them into the pool, and the water will probably do something with it. Maybe we'll just have a flaming, because the oil will stay to the top. It'll just burn off in the water. But yeah, that much. Most of them I found myself. I only bought, I think 7 of them. 7 in the cans, and the rest are all from the trash. So that's how many people, and I had more too. Throw away. I only bought those ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only those ones. One here, that one, and then all the rest are from the trash. And there's another one over there. Those are all smaller ones though. Over there may have been bought at one point in time. Those are diesel cans we get out of condo land. So all that stuff. Just amazing amount of waste that people throw away in the trash. Sometimes they throw them away because the spout was broken on them. Sometimes just the cap was off on them. Sometimes they actually had fuel in them as well. And it was this shitty fuel, so you have to recycle it. But yeah, amazing. A lot of them are car founds, like the 2 gallons and the 1 gallons. Every car that I used to tow away, and it was a repo car or a like a bank car or something, had a small gas can that was empty in it. And I used to take every single one. So, because they were going to go in the trash anyway, they clean out the cars. All the stuff goes in the dumpster. So if I didn't take it at that point, it was going to go in the dumpster, and later on I had to pick it out of the dumpster. So either or, I kept getting them that way. So 20 of those. It was kind of weird actually with the tow truck. I would drive by and I would keep having gas cans on the little side compartments. I kept having like another one. Sometimes like a fucking day I had like 2 or 3. It was just crazy. I had like no room jamming them in. Then the next day, oh no, not another one. Oh no, not another one. Just kept hoarding gas cans. So all free. So yeah. It's good though. You got to drain a car gas tank. You have the full capacity of the car. You can put them in gas cans and transfer to another vehicle. You just keep going when you're siphoning out fuel. Fill up another can, fill up another can, move it to the next one, move it to the next one. And while that one's filling, you can dump it in another car so you don't have gas all over the freaking place. So, oh well. One guy down the street has a small collection of gas cans. Used to have them lining the side of his garage. Then I think someone actually complained, and he made a shelf in the front, and he put all the cans over there. And the drunk people at the pool used to go yell, "What about that guy down the road with all those gas cans in his garage? Those things all full?" They kept talking about it, kept yelling about it drunk. So who knows? I doubt they were full. But maybe they were full for a while because he kept leaving the garage door open. Maybe the gas smell was too much, so maybe they actually were full at one point in time. They might have been, which is pretty freaking dangerous. They had a whole, like literally the guy down the road. It was a smaller garage in this, a 1-car garage, from like here to here, then to like the end, all lined up with gas cans, like I have with tools and junk. So that was kind of crazy. So collect gas cans if you need any. Did you collect a lot of lug nut wrenches? No, I did have some lug nut wrenches. I scrapped them. They were broken. I got rid of those last week. Scissor jacks are from the cars. Yes and no. I did have a lot of them. A lot of them I just used to junk though. I never used to hold on to them. Little floor jacks, yeah. Bottle jacks, yeah. I had a couple of those. A lot of the bottle jacks though I used to throw away. I didn't know how easy because they didn't work. But most likely they were just low on fluid, and I had no fucking idea how to refill the little bottle jacks. Super easy. I have one actually that tipped over and leaked on me, and I filled it back up with oil. Works fine. So, yeah, I think I had a Craftsman one like that too that died, and most likely was low on fluid, and I scrapped it, which was dumb of me. So it probably was fine, and it needed a little oil, but you know. Knowledge. We had this little shitty Walmart kind of jack too. Yeah, there's all sorts of metal recycling scrap yards here, and car junk yards and everything else. About like 7 to 9 miles away. Not terrible. Some people have to travel such a long distance to get there. My run's not too bad. If I catch all the green lights there, I can kind of make it there in like 9 minutes. It's not too bad. If I don't catch all the lights, it can probably take me like 15 to 17 minutes to get there. I'm getting caught by each one. Yeah, so it's not terrible. I had to go there 2 times last week. I think I went there on a Tuesday, and I think I went there on Thursday. Yeah, because it was trash day. And in the morning of trash day, I collected a whole lot of shit. And I was like, it was overflowing out of the truck, and it was late when I just did it. Like 2 o'clock, I went there, and there wasn't really much of a line. And I made like, I think I made like 30, 38 that day. And then the previous day on Tuesday, I pulled like 80 something. I don't know, like high 80s. And I was surprised. So I made over like 100 that week, which wasn't bad. And it's very easy to make over $100 in scrap metal now if you organize it and you find the right material. Super easy. Like literally, if you want to make money off scrap metal, like see those guys who collect everything, they're gonna want to fill it up, and they're not gonna have room for the good stuff. So even like the shitty lightweight steel that weighs like nothing, but it's real bulky, just leave that shit. Drive right by, because you're gonna find something better. Unless you have an awful lot of room to haul all that little light shit. And then you can always come back later, if you didn't find anything, mark that spot, go back and do it. Yeah, I got a whole lot of copper wire. I got a bunch of aluminum wire now that I picked out of the dumpster right next door. They're stripping wire over there, someone, and they're leaving the insulation in the dumpster. But apparently the aluminum wire, they didn't strip it. Oh, that's aluminum wire. So they threw all the aluminum wire in the dumpster, and there's 3 conductors in each one. I'm tempted to strip it. So maybe I won't. I don't know. But I think that's like 30 cents a pound or something for aluminum wire. I mean, I have a lot of it. It's freaking heavy. So we'll see what we do on it. If they take it. So as long as it's not coax. Some of these like shit kickers around here who think like they know scrapping and they don't. You see, I'm like pro scrapper. A lot of these people are not pro scrapper. That's why I'm making money. People talk to me that I've been going to the scrap iron yard and to see them, what they're getting at the end of the day, and what I'm getting at the end of the day. I am getting more for my small little truckload than they're getting for their pickup truck and trailer, because I know how to work the system better and find better material and work it down. So I was totally blessed for that. But they don't know. But some of these shit kickers though are over here thinking they know the scrap iron are, like I was there, blocking the whole thing, clogging up the line, messing with the employees, thinking it's copper, and the freaking stupid kid has coax cable. And then he's arguing with the scrap iron steel girl, arguing with them that it's copper and this and that. They're like, no, 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 no. They don't know the deal. Coax has so much shit in it, they don't want it. It has a one little tiny, 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 like line of copper in it. That's all it has, and the rest of that shit is this shielding. So they don't want it. There's a very, very low return yield, and I tell you, if you have that, you throw it in the freaking you throw it in with the shredder, because that just boom, will break it up, and a trace amount of copper will be recovered that way. The city's made scavenging. What? Oh yeah, you can't take cans anymore out of the things. It sucks. I'd be all for that. The road's all fucked up with cans on the side of the road. It's garbage. In this state, there's garbage everywhere just thrown around now. You can literally, if you bring like a big bucket with you and a little picker, you can probably get like, $4 or $5 worth of cans in a very short walking distance. They're just thrown all over the place. And pick them up and scrap them. Anytime I see cans in a dumpster, I'm getting them now. I used to not be a can man, but now I am because the cans are 68 cents a pound. So it's a pretty okay price. And so if I have 2 pounds, it's like a Hot Wheels car. Um, or it covers the gas. If I have 4 pounds, it's even better. I think the max I had was like about 5 pounds. Some people will get a $100 bill from the scrap iron yard with like a few big garbage can fulls of cans, which is cool. They fill up like the pickup truck bed with garbage bags with full cans, dumping them in the hopper. $100. So it adds up. I probably do like $100 in cans a year now, but it's still cool. It's stupid like saving them because they fall over the place in a bucket, but still, $100 extra a year is $100 extra that you're throwing out. So it's a no-brainer to cash that shit in. Anyway, we have to go do other things now. Take a shower. And do that. Oh my god, shit. Tired. Hopefully something else will sell tomorrow. Someone will show up. Like I said, I'm about done reaching out with people. I'm done with this shit. Done trying to rig the algorithm, be chosen, use apps, use job apps, all this shit. You can apply here, apply there. If I can't see people face to face, I'm not doing it anymore. And another thing with face to faces too, like sometimes going somewhere, it's like not really the weird thing. You're gonna meet the most weirdest people on the fly. Just going out every single day, you're gonna meet interesting people. Unplanned, 100% unplanned, surprising. You'll see and learn something from people. Yeah, it's not bad. $5 to $9 a day isn't bad if it's like a couple minutes of work, which it probably is. It's not bad. Can you figure what people are making an hour? Even if people make like $20 an hour, if you're spending like a half an hour even on cans and you make almost $10, that's what they're making. They're making $10 every half hour too. So there you go. You're doing it as well. And then you go to bed because you're not doing it all day. You're only spending a half an hour a day doing cans, and you make $10. Pretty good. I like cans though. I used to not do it. I have to, a lot of the garbage dumpsters I pick too, those the cans are on the bottom. And yeah, they don't do it. Like the Bozo guy, I see he was supposed to help me. I never did at the storage unit. Oh, I'll do one of those full of shit. I'll do everything, guys. He finally took his broken ass truck out of the storage place. It's not there anymore in the corner, unless they towed it away finally or something. They brought it to the junkyard. But he was always throwing cans in the storage unit dumpster, and I fucking told the guy, right? I told the guy over and over again because he drinks all the time. I'm like, yo, man, just leave your cans on the side. I'll go take them. Because I mean, like, he like goes to the volley. Oh, okay, okay. What does he do? He throws the fucking cans in the dumpster. Like, it's like one of those kind of guys. No matter what you try to do, they'll just be an idiot. They won't even help you out. 'Cause I was like piss broke then anyway. Every dollar helped. He don't give a shit though. So I helped them though with their car and everything, being nice and talking. Will I do it ever again? I will not. I will not. So that's people for you. I swear that freaking guy might have grabbed some shit too when I was loading up. I'll never know. I'll never know. They're kind of weird. They were like probably snooping around when I was loading up my place. Do you have a lot of cars? No, I don't have a lot of cars. I wish I had a lot of cars. My end goal is now, I just saw my calling. I want to make a container fort. It's like a house perimeter, big gate in the front, and you can park all your cars inside of it. Or and then you can even have like a small garden or like a fountain or a pond or something. So that's what I want to do. And then in the container fort, you can have a little side area, like a diagonal, and then you can have a car lift and like a little shop. So you can drive your car through the fort and then pull off to the side. That'd be pretty cool. You can probably fit like 20 cars inside the container fort. That would be a lot of cars though. You don't need that many. But like I always said, I want to get into junk car trading because that's where the money is. You can get like $100 to $200 profit off each junk car that you get. So that's crazy. So if you can make $200 in like an hour, and then you're good for the day, every day doing junk cars, and maybe you can do $400 a day, and not even a day. I mean like 2 hours of work. You can get, then you're done doing junk cars, and you keep doing it over and over and over again. And that's why literally everyone that has a junkyard or doing that, they're multimillionaires, and they may look very whatever, but really, if they ran their business right, profitable. So that's pretty cool. Pretty neat. So yeah. Anyway, I'm out of here. Yes, Jesus loves everybody. People don't believe though. They don't believe in the trash gods and the sale gods and everything else. It will all come to you. You don't really have to do much effort. It will come to you as long as you keep trying and you just try to be a helpful person to those in need. Remember that. Some people don't want to do that. And then you get free tin snips out of the dumpster. I still gotta fix that one. I need to learn how to weld, man. I got a welder. Some shit that's broken. I can put a little hooky on that thing. So much stuff you can do. Like this one has a hooky. Anyway, I'm out of here. Have a good one. Sleep well, everyone. Let's go say hi to Jared, the molester, like some people said earlier in the chat. Remember, Bill Gates is a predator. And George W.H. something is a predator, and a bunch of other people in charge in our country that people think are great people and support them and donate to them and everything else. They're probably fairly weird, running the shot, owning everything, owning the land, owning the businesses, making the decisions on what your salary should be, so how much money you can earn a year and what you can buy and afford and what size car you can drive and what size house you can have and all this and what color clothing you're going to wear. They all made that decision because they were in charge. That's crazy. Bye.